Hello everybody, Imminent Storm here, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3, our Germany tutorial playthrough. So, last episode, what we did is, well, not terribly too much happened. We got our command structure built out, we got some new units produced, and we reassigned our commanders, we got some technology done, and we got ourselves up to January of 1937. Alright, so let's go ahead and get things started back up, and let's get the time rolling. Oh, anti-aircraft carriers and sights advance. Okay, that's good. Alright, so we're just kind of burning through some time here, and one thing I actually wanted to do, is I want to get some armored units and some motorized infantry units produced, or at least queued up anyway. I originally wanted to wait until we got our self-propelled artillery, but the more I thought about it, the more I think I just need to get something produced sooner rather than later. Because if I wait until the self-propelled artillery is ready, I might just not have enough time to get all the units produced that I want to produce. So let's go ahead and go into production again. Let's make sure this balances out. And then let's get a division started up here. So we're going to throw in a couple of our new medium armor Panzer 3Bs. And then I want to throw in a motorized infantry. And we need something to go in here that is quick. It's at least 6 kilometers per hour in speed. They'll be able to keep up. Tank destroyers, don't necessarily need those in these units. So let's just go ahead and put in those. Let's do the armored cars. Let's do the armored cars just to get some of that, more of that bonus. All right, so let's. We're going to do 5 in parallel. We're going to start production. We're going to slide those out there. Alright, so next what we want to do is I want to get a motorized infantry, a set of motorized infantry divisions. Alright, so we get 2 motorized infantry. I'll put the tank destroyers in there. And I want... I'll probably go ahead and put the armor cars in there as well. So, start that production. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to push these guys to the top. They're very expensive. But also I'm going to push these... these units back to the top here. So I think these are my light armor. Yeah, those are my light armor. And these are my infantry, which we still need to produce more of those. Okay, so we want to keep those guys rolling. We want to get those guys done first, and then start working on these. Okay, so that's how we want to get that set up. Alright, very good. Now what do we got here? Heavy bomber pilot training, artillery carriage and sights. Okay, that's good. Let's just take a look. Okay, so these are all up to 1938. These are 1938. Rocket artillery can't do that until 1939. Okay, so we're moving along there. All right. So just let that stuff run, and we'll put them out once they get done production. Now the other thing that I wanted to do that I was thinking about after the last episode is I'm actually going to want to do something a little bit different with the Polish front here. What I want to do is I want to actually set up the AI to handle the Polish front. Poland, it's not a very serious threat. They don't have a lot of, very heavy units. I mean, as you can see, it's basically, infantry divisions all over the place, and they got a cavalry division here. So defeating Poland isn't going to be too difficult. So it's something we can actually assign the AI to do. Now, this is not something that you necessarily would have to do, certainly. It's also not even something I would necessarily even recommend doing all the time, but it's something that you can do, and so I want to show you how to do it and what happens if you do it. So, the first thing we want to do is we want to assign the theater that, the actual, territory that this theater command is going to handle. So, what I actually want to do is I want to go over to the other theater, a little counterintuitive here, and click on this button here to actually edit the theater. So, you click on that and it brings us into theater map mode, which we see the blue is for this theater, the pink is for this other theater. Now, this puts us in a mode where we can actually click and drag a box and start painting colors. So, there's the space. And so, we're actually going to assign territory to this theater as a way of restricting how much territory this theater has access to, because we only want this theater to control the Polish front. So we're just going to wipe all this out, and we're going to only give it like a province or two thick section of the front here. So, basically these guys. If I want to, make the adjustment here, we can just go ahead and, like assign that there, maybe assign that there. And it doesn't need to be overly precise. It just kind of eyeball it a little bit. We need to go back in there. Okay, so, all right. So now we have this theater is only going to control. Actually, we probably want to give it down here as well. Okay, so control the entire border with Poland here and this pocket. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to select this. We're going to click on this button right here, because right now it says player controlled. And we're going to click that, and we're going to make it AI controlled. And then we're going to put it into attacking stance. Air doesn't really matter. Naval doesn't really matter. We're not going to put any air and naval units on this in this theater. So, all right. So now the AI is in command of this entire theater here. Alright, so, and what's going to happen is, as you can already see, the AI is starting to redistribute the units out along the front. And any new units that we then assign to any of the command structure within that theater, the AI will then take control of it and move it into position. So, we're going to go ahead and let that do that. Alright, so, let's crank it up to speed 5, let's get this rolling, because we just gotta burn some time here as we, just need to roll through it. Strategic Air Command Advance, okay. Alright. And, as I said, there's just not a lot to do at this point. Because what we're waiting for here is the kind of first things that are going to happen as we get through is we're going to annex Austria down here. We're going to annex basically Czechoslovakia. Now that's going to happen with just diplomatic events. There are going to be scripted events that are going to do that. We don't actually have to fight them. So, and that's actually going to, I believe it's going to spawn us some additional units. Oh, hold on. Medium tank gun advance. Okay, that's good. Light cruiser main armament advance. Okay. Actually, let me look at the medium tank technology here. Okay, 38. Do I want to push that ahead of schedule? You know what? I'm going to push the medium tank technology ahead of schedule, because I want really advanced tanks sooner rather than later. So I'm going to go ahead of schedule on those. Alright. Alright, so yeah, we're just in the waiting game right now. Not a lot more to do at the moment. Okay. Yep. Interesting. Now, see my light cruiser aircraft advance. Now, one thing you might notice here is Get rid of those. Okay. Alright, so something happened here like this, right? We have this unit that has a red line to its command structure. It means it's too far away to receive the bonuses. You know, which the AI is not that smart about that sometimes. The Hindenburg disaster. Oh, the German passenger ship Hindenburg was destroyed today. Okay. So, that's kind of a historical event there. No real modifications to anything, so I won't worry about it too much. And we got some units produced here. What do we got? We got infantry. Okay. Alright, and we got that one lagging division that is still under production here. Actually, one thing I wanted to just take a look at, because I like to do it, is I like to go into my brigade attachments and just look. Okay, so we got the Panzer 3Bs. We have Panzer 2Cs. Okay. And, what's this? Large front, guerrilla warfare, marine, infantry. Oh, marines. Nice. Not necessarily going to queue up anything on marines yet. Alright, and what else were we looking at? Okay, so, you know, motorized infantry, Waffen SS. Okay, nothing really interesting here. There's these armored cars. Tank destroyers are Panzer Jager 1s. These are like a Panzer 1 chassis with just a, a small anti-tank gun basically mounted to the top of it with a little gun shield around it to protect the crew. Special Forces Advance, Central Planning, Mass Assault, Medium Tank. Oh, those are the medium tank. So, actually, when we go back into here, we're going to do the same here. We're going to get these medium tank technologies pushed ahead of schedule, because we want to get heavy tanks unlocked. Because I would really like to have heavy tanks in my military when we go to attack Russia. Because, Russia's got a big army, and having some big heavy tanks that basically outclass anything they're going to be able to put on the field would be really, really nice. Alright, so we got another full corps worth of infantry here. We're just going to pile them up. We're going to select them all, we're going to make them a corps, we're going to take these corps, and we're going to attach it to the 4th Army. Okay, so that puts it within the AI's command structure. So in a moment or two, we should see the AI start to redistribute them. Yep, there they go. Alright. And we're just rolling along here. June. Light Cruiser Armor Advance. Let's see. So it looks like nationalist Spain is winning the Civil War. Okay. And has the war in China started up yet? Doesn't look like it. See if I click on Japan here. Yeah, they haven't started their war yet, so. And I wonder, when does Italy actually join? I mean, they are close enough, but I can't invite them. Are they drifting? They are drifting towards Axis. Amelia Earhart disappears. So actually what I might want to do here is, can I influence that nation? Yes. Let's go ahead and influence them. That's going to push them towards our alignment quicker, so that we can get them into the Axis sooner. Alright. Now, what I'm thinking here is we have a few different options about how we're going to handle Poland and France. One thing we could do is we could try and basically jump Poland early. Historically, Germany attacked Poland in September of '39, where they had a non-aggression pact with Russia to basically split Poland between the two. We can do that, or we can basically attack Poland early and take it all for ourselves. Oh, yep, Civil War. Nationalist Spain won the Civil War. Okay, so we can do that. Or we can just take, as I was saying, we can take all of Poland for ourselves. Carrier engine, okay. What I was actually thinking of doing here is I wanted to follow the historical events. So we're going to form the pact with Russia to split Poland and to allow Russia to take the Baltic states here. Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia. And in France, we have the same options here. We can take all of France, and we can basically do a full conquest of France. We can take the whole country, and it'll include all of the French colonies here in Africa, and, you know, over here and everywhere else. So, and in the Pacific, which it can get a little annoying trying to manage all that. So we're going to take the historical option here. We're just going to take the northern half of France and all those seaports, and then we're going to let the Vichy regime manage the southern half of the country and all the colonies. So that's how we're going to try and handle things. Alright, so let's see. Oh, we got one of the motorized infantry divisions done. And actually, I want to look at that carrier technology got done. Okay, so we want to push these to the top here. So you want to get the carrier technology up to date. Because if we look at our flotilla now, carriers should be Seydutz class? Something like that. Not quite up to full strength yet. So upgrades went down to 0. So we are now up to fully up to date on all of the technology or all the equipment that our guys are using in the field. So I'm gonna wait till all these are done before starting to assemble that core. So let's just keep it rolling. Battle cruiser, anti-aircraft armament advance. Well, speaking of battle cruisers, I wanted to look at battleships. Are we working on any of those? Battleship engine, battleship anti-aircraft armament. Okay, good. They're gonna be done soon. October? Okay. Because what type of battleships do we actually have? Early battleship. Okay, so they haven't upgraded to Bismarck class yet, so we don't want to start building those battleships until we get Bismarck class. Okay, what's we got here? Infantry warfare research. Oh, we can now invite Italy to the faction. Oh, no, I can invite Japan to the faction. Really? Okay, so I gotta go to Asia, Japan, invite to faction. Okay, accept. Oh, so Japan has joined the Axis. Very good. Alright, so now we've got that light tank division done. So let's just go ahead, let's push these guys down here. Alright, so let's make them a corps. Let's assign them to 4th Army. Okay, and there they go. AI's got control. Militia Warfare Research Advance. Alright. Got the command structure. Alright, we're going to put this core down. Oh, come on. What's, mobile warfare. Light tank gun. Oh. Oh. That's interesting. Alright, hold on. Assign these to the 4th Army, okay. So, we finished the light tank gun advance. It's gonna be a while yet for the rest of that light tank tech. Okay, so... Battleship engine. Oh, okay. So, actually, that now means that we should... Nope, it still says early battleship. Capital ship main armament. Do I want to push those ahead of schedule? I think I want to push... do I really want to... Yeah, let's do it. Let's just do it. Okay, so... We're going to push our battleship technology to the front. Because I want to get those up to Bismarck class, because I want to build the Bismarck and the Tirpitz. So... I want to get those done sooner rather than later as well. Artillery research advance. Okay, so I'm just gonna roll here until medium tank stuff's not gonna be done until May. Alright, so what actually is going to happen is all those 1938 techs that we push forward, as soon as we hit 1938, the penalty is going to be removed, and so a lot of them are going to finish really, like, they're going to jump forward. Because the game doesn't calculate that, and when it tells you when the technology is actually going to be done. Let's also go into our technology, make sure that... Alright, once we hit 38, we're going to have a lot of stuff to push into the technology queue. Now, what is happening with Italy? Alright, should we have one advance? Alright, that's up to date. Alright, so there we go. Alright. Interesting, these guys are sitting so far off the front. Let's switch over to... Yeah, why are they sitting there? Weird. Sometimes the AI does really strange things like that, so... and actually we should be done. All those infantry units. Yep, and now we're just producing our new medium armor units. So that's good. Oh. Shanxi, force conquer on Shanxi. So, alright, so the Japanese war with... Holy moly, that was quick. Wow, look at how far they've pushed into China already. Light tank engine advance. Light tank reliability advance. Wow. Wow. That's impressive. They're just tearing through China right now. Light tank armor. Okay, so all the light tank stuff just finished. We're January 1938. Okay, so we now have self-propelled artillery brigade. We want to push that to the top. Let's see, how long is that going to take? May 26th. Okay, so now we have all of these technologies to push into the queue. Armored cars, we're going to queue those up. These guys, we're going to queue all these up. Infantry technologies. I actually want to push those to the top because we have a lot of infantry, so making sure that they are up to date is going to be very important. Let's see, desert warfare, we don't really need that yet. We're all good there. Light cruisers. Capital ships. Put all this stuff in the queue here. Bombers. 39, 39, 39. Multi-role fighter development. I will queue it up. Alright, agriculture, additional manpower. That's going to be important. Industrial production and efficiency. Those are important. Because we need more IC. Oil refining, again, very important. We'll push that to the top. Supply production, again, another very important technology. Push that to the top. Decryption machine. We'll queue that up. Push all these guys into the queue. Okay, so what do we want in here? Militia organization, garrison. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that. Large front. Okay, let's see. Infantry organization. Yeah, we want that. Massed assault. HQ defensiveness. HQ toughness. Counterattack. We don't really need that too much. Organization stuff. Stuff that increases the organization is what I really want to make a priority here over morale. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to queue all this stuff up, and it'll get done eventually here. Naval, you guys are all still queued up. Air, again, we're just going to queue up all this stuff here. Actually, we can get the time rolling again. Alright, so we get all these techs in the queue because, you know, there's a ton of stuff. And a lot of it we're just gonna have to get to it when we get to it. Okay. Let's just sit here and watch Japan just chew through China. Like they aren't even there. I mean, China's in just full retreat. Medium tank gun advance. Okay, that's good. Medium tank stuff. They're gonna be done in March 1st. Okay, so that's good. Yeah, look at this. I mean, they're just... Oh, looks like they just enforced whatever war goal they had on China. So their war with nationalist China is now over. That was fast. Wow. Okay, so nuclear physics research. All right. Belgium. All right. I don't think I've ever seen Japan blow China away that quick. Alright, and we're just sitting here, again, still waiting. Now, actually, what I wanted to see is, when is the Anschluss of Austria coming up? Austria's at peace, at least March 1st, 38. Okay, so March 1st to 38. We're going to gain 5 in descent. Okay. Okay, so, yeah, March. Oh, there it is. Okay, so medium tank engine, medium tank reliability, medium tank armor. Okay, so, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and here, we're going to Anschluss Austria. So there we go. Demands for the Union, Anschluss of Austria, and Germany increased after Adolf Hitler became German Chancellor. In February 1938, Hitler invited Kurt von Schuschnigg, the Austrian Chancellor, to meet him at Berchtesgaden. Hitler demanded concessions for the Austrian Nazi Party. Schuschnigg refused, and on 9th of March 1938, the Austrian Chancellor announced a plebiscite on the independence of Austria. Adolf Hitler took this as an opportunity to take action against the Austrian state. Schuschnigg was pressed to resign. On the morning of the 12th of March 1938, troops of the German Wehrmacht and the SS crossed the German-Austrian border. On 13th of March 1938, Hitler announced in Linz the legislation on the Anschluss, annexation of Austria into the German Reich. Great! Alright, so we gain 450 manpower, and Austria becomes ours. Alright, so let's see, what do we get out of this? We got a mountain division. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Another mountain division. We got infantry. We got a whole corps here that has a couple of infantry and a motorized infantry unit. Okay, so and there's an SS division in here, just hanging out by itself. Alright, that's weird. Let's actually select all these guys, and what we're going to do is we're going to take these two units and we're just going to merge them. Alright, so now they're up to full 4 divisions. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take these guys, select them, redeploy them up here, because I want to merge all these mountain units. And then we're going to take this corps. This corps has 3 guys in it. And let's move them up here for the moment, for the time being, and we're going to decide what we're going to do with them. Oh, we didn't actually select all. Alright, there we go. Now, let me redeploy them. Alright, so there we go. Okay, so, and what we also did was we got all of our medium tank stuff done. So, we got heavy tank brigade. Now, we're going to go ahead and push that to the top, because I want heavy tanks. These are all 1940, so there's no point to queuing them up. And what medium tanks do we now have? Let's take a look. Let's make sure that our IC is distributed out. We now have Panzer IVDs. Alright. Kind of interesting that our Panzer IIIs became Panzer IVs, since the Panzer IV wasn't really necessarily an upgrade of the Panzer III. Panzer IV was designed to fulfill a different role than the Panzer IIIs. Economic boost. Due to a surge in productivity of our factories are currently producing more goods, although we're not sure how long this will be sustained. Alright, cool. 5% more IC. Very good. Alright, as I was saying, yeah, the Panzer IIIs were... They carried a small caliber, high velocity anti-tank gun, essentially. They were designed to hunt and kill opposing armor, whereas the Panzer IVs initially were designed to carry a large caliber 75mm short-barreled low velocity gun designed to fire high explosive rounds at soft targets like infantry and trucks and machine and like anti-tank guns, artillery pieces, that sort of stuff. Okay. Oh, we got tons of dissent here. So the they were designed to act in tandem, the Panzer IIIs and IVs. So the Panzer IVs would go attack, you know, bunkers, fortified positions, enemy infantry. Panzer IIIs would be there to respawn if enemy tanks showed up. So, you know, not quite historical there in this game, but you know, it is what it is. So, all right. So what we need to do is this descent is dropping by. We're losing 7.3% IC due to this level descent. So what I actually want to do is I want to slow this down. I want to go into our production, and I'm going to stop the upgrades. I'm going to slide the upgrades down to 0. Reinforcement is already pretty much at 0. Supplies you want to keep there. We're going to unlock consumer goods. We're going to slide production down to 0. Actually, upgrades. We're going to lock production there. We're going to lock upgrades there. So we're basically putting all of our industrial capacity into consumer goods so that we can... Now it's going down by 0.75 every day. So we want to just sit here until that descent goes down to 0. 5.6, 5.5. Naval engineering research. And we just let this tick down. We've got 2 Panzer divisions now. Okay, good. Well, Sweden is aligning with the Axis again. 3 Panzer divisions, 4. And 1 more. Support weapons. Oh, how did that... Alright, there we go. Why is that not doing what we're supposed to do? There we go. Light artillery advance. Okay, that's good. Infantry and tank weapons. And we need to get this descent down. Because it's hurting our IC, so we want to get rid of that. 2.1, 2.0. Why is it again? Oh, because I'm prioritizing upgrades. Ah, forgot to look at that. Manual control. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so. Alright, there we go. Okay, so now we want to go back and we'll put this on prioritizing upgrades. We want to lock everything where we're going to be. And, alright, national decision. The Treaty of Munich. Okay, so this is... how's the elements? Oh, this is the annexing of the Sudetenland, the border region between Czechoslovakia and Germany. So yeah, we want to go ahead and we want to do that. Alright, so. Alright, so we just got the Sudetenland. So now all of these Czech units that are in our territory are going to have to get out. So, alright. I'm just waiting for this other Panzer division. Yep, there they are. They're pulling back. Alright. Submarine advance. That's interesting. These are only going to be done in July. Okay. Alright, well, I'm just going to let it roll. Because that's the next unit that's going to come out. And now we should also get another event that is going to let us take this chunk of Czechoslovakia. This should be interesting. Alright. Now, alright, let's think about what we were going to be doing here while these are running. Let's see, we got 2 there, we got 3 there, we've got 2 there. So actually what I want to do is I want to take these guys out here. We're going to take these, we're going to merge those. Okay, so I have 3 and 4. What I actually want to do, because I should, if I go in here and I look at this corps, in the 3rd Army I should have a corps here that only has 3 divisions in it, if I recall correctly. There it is. Okay, so there it is. The... what's that? That's the 8th Army Corps. Okay. So, what I'm actually going to want to do... is I'm going to take these guys, I'm going to disconnect them all. Alright, so I'm going to take these, I'm going to attach them to the 8th Army Corps. I just got to find it in here. There it is. And you are going to get attached to the 8th Army Corps there. Okay, so and we got these guys, mountain divisions. I'm actually going to pull this guy over here because I'm building this stack of just loose cores. And I'm going to bring this core over here. This is the, what is this? The 18th Army Corps. I'm going to attach this guy to the 18th Army Corps there. Alright, I'm going to take this 18th Army Corps and we're going to attach that. Oh, looks like the 4th Army is full. I don't necessarily want to make a whole army for just this corps, so... Self-propelled Artillery Brigade. Okay, so that's important. Alright, well, I'll have to think about what I want to do with this corps right here. And... why are we only showing one mountain division in here? There should be multiple mountain divisions. Oh, we didn't attach it. There we go. Okay, so get these guys moved over there. Okay, so we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do with this corps here at some point. We are getting these units produced, and we just got the self-propelled artillery brigades unlocked. So we will start queuing up some additional units to start getting our assault force for France ready. And we'll probably go ahead and get that done in the next episode. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.